You can hear me?
Check. Yeah, I hear you.
And you can hear you too?
I can hear both of us loud and clear.
All right. So, since you can hear, since we can both be heard,
this is the check.
This is the start of the inaugural Blunt Brother or Chronic Craig's podcast.
Podcasting live from Toronto. The Chronic Craigs.
The Chronic Craig's
Chronic Craig Chronicles.
Yes, the Chronic Craig Chronicles.
Today is the episode 1 of the Chronic Craig Chronicles podcast. Chronicle Craig Chronicles.
That's it.
Chronicle Craigs.
That's it right there. So,
smoking some weed, rolling some weed, and talking.
Awesome.
Today's episode, we're talking about the top 8 celebrity encounters.
Top 8 of Brendo's celebrity encounters.
Top 8
I've had in life. So we got to keep this as trim as possible and start right away with number 8. And I haven't even thought about this. Like, we're just doing this an impromptu video podcast. And I haven't even put any thought into this list, really. But at number 8, I will say off the top, would have to be my encounter back in 1996. My dad had taken me to Square One, which is the local mall in the neighborhood. You know Square One, big ass.
In Mississauga.
Big ass mall,
Saga
Square
City.
One. Took us to the Walmart there. I don't think you were with us, but me and Dad were there. Took us to Walmart to go see Shawn Michaels, and Sunny. And for those of you who don't know who Sunny was, she was like the very first diva back in the day, and she was smoking hot, and she was a major deal. So we went to Walmart to meet Shawn Michaels and Sunny, and as we get there, we see one of your friends in line up, Dennis. And he was pretty close to the entrance as we arrived. So, that is slick. And one thing that did teach me, I'll tell you for sure, is how to sneak into a lineup, because I use this tactic at Canada's Wonderland afterwards all the time. So
how's that? We
just went and talked to Dennis and stayed in line. But the tactic I used was to pretend you're looking for someone. Hey, and as you get to somewhere, you just pretend you've met up with who you're looking for, but nobody else knows you haven't really met up with anybody. You just get your spot in line. So, anyways, we get to...
That's the way.
we got our spot in line, and we got inside, and we saw Shawn Michaels and Sunny, and it would have been higher on my list as a huge wrestling fan, but it's number 8 because Shawn Michaels and Sunny were both clearly like hungover and like fucking coked out for the night before, because they both looked like shit. And all these years later, I found out that happened to be what their scenario was like in those times in the WWE, and happened to find out that them two were having an affair the entire time, which I didn't know when I was a kid, seeing them in the Walmart. So that's number 8, is Shawn Michaels and Sunny in the Walmart in 1996.
Shawn Michaels, WWF superstar.
I'm a sexy boy.
I'm a boy toy. That's it. I'm not your boy toy. Crazy.
So number 7. Excuse me.
We got some crackling of the paper. We got coughing. This is the Chronicles here.
Exactly. So number 7 on my list now of celebrities that I have met.
Who's that? Who's number 7?
Number 7.
Let us know.
That I met. I was gonna say Christina Aguilera, but I didn't really meet her.
You met Christina Aguilera?
I didn't really meet her. I slapped hands with her. She ran out to perform at Airville's Town Center, but I didn't meet her.
The mall used to have a lot of celebrity guests coming by.
So number 7 of celebrities that I actually have met, I'm going to have to say Ivana Santilli. And for those of you who don't know who Ivana Santilli is...
Who is that? Ivana?
It's an old school Canadian... It's an old school Canadian group, R&B group called Bass's Bass. And she was a singer from Bass's Bass. And
you can get it if you want.
Early 90s. I'll get it afterwards. I'm fucking busy. Can't you see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's rolling a joint and telling us the story at the same time.
And so an old school Canadian R&B group called Bass's Bass. And she was really cool. I had a huge crush on her. Like my two huge crushes when I was a kid was Mariah Carey and Ivana Santilli. And Ivana Santilli actually got to meet at a show that me and my buddy were doing for a Haiti benefit. And I was in the same VIP with her and told her my little spiel. And she gave me a nice big old hug and got to chill and a drink with me for a few minutes. And
was that 2010?
That was like to the 2000. I think that was 2008, man.
Oh wow, okay.
Or 2012. I don't know, something like that. It was a long time ago, either way. So that's number 7. Ivana Santilli. So number 6 of celebrities that I have met.
I still don't know who Ivana Santilli is.
You don't know who she is. You Google her. She's
a singer.
Fucking gorgeous, man. Yeah, she's a singer.
Okay. All right.
Toronto. On number 6 celebrities that I have met would have to be Maestro Fresh Wes.
Maestro Fresh, Toronto legend.
Yeah, Toronto legend, Maestro. You know, the original Toronto rapper, man. Like, this guy was the original Toronto rapper. And I met this guy. I was doing a video for another Toronto rapper doing some next video, and I was like the main character in the video. And we filmed this at my old workplace, like in the boardroom. And Maestro came walking in, and Maestro was not even the only guy in the video. This girl's just the B subject to the Maestro part, but the girl from the bottom video in Drake.
Who is that?
The girl in the Shoppers Drug Mart that they're talking to in the beginning. She's in this video too. So just a side note, I mean, whatever. But yeah, number 7 is Maestro, and this is video that I did for Rochester called Rock Bottom. So yeah, number 6, Maestro. Number 5 of celebrities that I have met, I would have to say would be Santino.
Santino, another person. Who is
Santino? Santino, the Cobra from wrestling. You know, he was
the Cobra.
He was a comedy wrestler, and he had the Cobra and the unibrow and the tattoos, and you know, the Italian guy, and you know, he'd always lose, but he was really funny.
Santino. Okay.
Santino Marella.
A wrestler again.
Yeah. But he opened a wrestling school that I went to for a little bit here in Mississauga. And I got to meet him, and he's no joke. He was a comedy wrestler on TV, but this guy's a legit, like, jiu-jitsu black belt. Will fucking kick the shit out of you in real life. So, like, yeah, he's no joke, even though he was a clear-cut joke on TV, which is kind of funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was number 5. So, number 4 celebrities that I have met.
Number 4, let's hear it.
Number 4 celebrities that I have met.
It's your show. Brendo's top 8 celebrity encounters in his life.
Belly. I met Belly at the same show where I met Ivana Santilli. And Belly was before he blew up. As big as he's been a lot bigger than I realized that he is, actually.
Yeah, Belly made it pretty big.
He's pretty big, but I did a show with him, and you know, we were sharing the same VIP area, and you know, I just got to shoot the shit with him. He's like the same age as me, and we were just shooting the shit, hadn't had a drink, and you know, I'm not a stargazer or none of that shit. Like, I don't get weird about around celebrities. Just shoot the shit with the guy, fucking. And that was that. Moved on, you know. So that was number 4, did I say?
Yeah, it's number 4.
Number 4 is Belly.
Belly rolls around with The Weeknd.
Yeah.
He's in his clique.
Yeah. Number 4 is Belly. Okay.
Number 3. Top 3 celebrity encounters.
Number 3 would have to be my encounter with Vince Carter.
Number 3, Vince Carter. I was there that day.
So we were out at Classic Bowl, which is the local bowling alley in our neighborhood growing up. And this is like the 2002 Raptors team. So we would hang out at this bar, at this bowling alley all the time. So we knew the ins and outs of it. So we go around there to go hang out one day, and the front door's locked. We're like, oh, that's weird. So go around to the side door, walk in, no problem. And we noticed that the whole place is like privated out, and just there as the entire Raptors team is there doing their bowling and having some type of private charity event. So we're like, oh shit, this is really cool. So we're like looking out to see like the coolest Raptors to find and go and talk to. And wouldn't you know it, we find Vince Carter bowling with his mom, not talking to anybody, just being a real prick. He wouldn't talk to us either. So we started heckling him a little bit, and it started like us not liking Vince Carter, and very shortly thereafter he started getting bitter towards everyone in Toronto, and then asked for a trade out of fucking Toronto. He said he wouldn't dunk anymore and wanted a trade out of Toronto. I was like, yo, exactly. Oh, and this leads me into my number 2 spot actually also too. So during this same time, after we had met Vince Carter during here, he wound up getting traded. He got traded, and he got traded to the New Jersey Nets, right?
Okay.
And when he got traded to the New Jersey Nets, they happened to be playing the New Jersey Nets that same week or whatever, right? One of the first or second games afterwards. So me and my friends and I were at this club called Inside, and Vince Carter owned this club in Toronto. So we're at the club that Vince owned, and the team that he just got traded to is in town playing the Toronto Raptors. So, you know, so I'm in the club, and then I'm ordering my drinks, whatever, and then I'm talking, I look beside me, and Richard Jefferson is beside me, and he's a big NBA analyst and commentator now, whatever, but he played on the New Jersey Nets. And I got the chance to sit there and have a drink and shoot the shit with Richard Jefferson for a moment, and asked him, I was like, how do you feel about having Vince Carter on your team now? He's like, you know, it doesn't even matter. We got Jason Kidd. Because Vince Carter was being such a pissant inside, like, the media talking about, oh, he don't want to dunk no more, he wants to trade him, blah, 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 blah. So it was kind of cool to talk to him and hear his opinion on it, and just shoot the shit with somebody that was relevant to the actual news that was happening in basketball at that time. You know what I mean? So that was my number 2, and we're gonna finish
the number 1.
Finish this off with the number 1.
Who is that?
I don't know. You probably already know, but my number 1 celebrity encounter has to be meeting Beyonce.
What?
I met Beyonce. Of course I did. You see, man, I've told you this many times. But no, me and Jeff, we met Beyonce. We skipped like last period, and we took the GO train and went down to Live at Much. And we met these girls at the GO train station too. It was a really good day actually. And they gave us tickets to the Toronto Rock lacrosse game that we went to after we met Beyonce. Anyways, that's a whole other story for another day. But we went to Much Music, and yeah, we saw, it was during the Beyonce's Bootylicious days in Destiny's Child. And
so how did you meet Beyonce? What did you do?
Well, after the show and performance and all that, they hang around out front and all the back still. So we just went up and we were talking to Rick the Temp and Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. Like, we just walked right up to them and started talking, and like, hey, fans. And the thing about it was, I was such a Beyonce fan, like a huge Beyonce fan. But I was so disappointed in meeting her in reality, because she wasn't as beautiful as I thought she would be. Well, she wasn't, not that she wasn't beautiful. I mean, okay, Kelly was way hotter, first of all. Ooh. But Beyonce had the biggest head I'd ever seen on a human being. It was almost like a big old bull head, or like an ox head, like the weave had horns underneath it, or like it was just humongous.
Huge hair.
Humongous. And it explains to me in theory as to why she's a beautiful girl on camera and to everyone else. Yeah, but I was thrown back. But it explains why she winds up with an ugly motherfucker like Jay-Z. It really does. Because they're both rich. And if you're already rich, why are you going to marry someone ugly if you're already fucking both rich? Because she got a big old ox head. I'm sorry. Hey, don't hate on me for saying this, but it's just that's just my experience, and that's my list. So, like it or love it, I don't care. That's my list, and you know, it was a fun little podcast to do. So
yeah, it was.
John,
what's that?
We should do this another time.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Top 8 celebrity lists.
You bring a list next time.
I can tell you my list right now.
Who's your top 8 celebrities?
My top 8 celebrities off the top of my head. Okay, boom. In no specific order. Number 1 was Little John.
Well, you met Little John
in Mexico.
Okay,
Cancun.
Okay.
Had to wait outside a bathroom and ask him for a photo.
Okay.
He originally said no, and then we got one.
Well, I'm gonna have to see this.
Number 2, same night, Dada Life.
Okay.
They're like some DJs from Europe.
Okay.
Number 3 on my list is Roberto Alomar.
Oh, really?
When we were at South Common Mall.
You know what?
When we were younger.
I didn't meet Roberto Alomar. I don't think I was there. We met Tracy Murray and the Raptors, I remember. But if you met Roberto Alomar, hey, I wasn't there because I know I never met Roberto Alomar.
Some local heroes.
Who's the local celebs?
Xanta. You ever heard of Xanta? It's Toronto Xanta. Okay.
No.
Aziland.
Is that a YouTuber?
YouTuber.
Okay.
13 million subscribers.
Okay.
Before she was famous. Same with Victoria Wang. She's 3 million now on YouTube.
Okay. How many is that now? You got 2 people left.
Yeah, that's 6.
Excuse me.
And and 6. It's number 6 and 7 and 8.
He's told me you met Machine Gun Kelly. He says he don't make the list.
Yeah. There you go. I forgot about that. Machine Gun Kelly on the list.
I know I'm missing someone on mine too. I know there's a big one I'm forgetting on mine that I'll remember after we finish this shit up.
Yeah. And the last one. Oh. You know who it is?
Well, I don't know if this counts as meeting, but I remember one time me and my buddy Hansy and someone else were in the car with Hansy's dad going to a wrestling show, and his dad takes a wrong turn and we start going into the players' entrance underground to the Sky Dome. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we get there and it's like it won't let us go through because we don't have access to go through. But then we start getting honked from behind. But who's behind us? Friggin' Stone Cold in his rental car, fucking trying to get under into the show.
That's jokes.
Yeah, man, they gave us the old fucking finger. You know what I mean?
All right, I actually have a top one. I did actually. I met Drake. He's probably the number 1 person that I met.
Well, if you met Drake, then sure. Where you meet him at?
That was at a music video shoot in Toronto. My job was to go and get him from the room and bring him down to set as a PA, production assistant.
Oh yeah, you didn't get. I guess you can't ask for an autograph in those.
Nah,
roles, can you?
And he was like limping with a cane because he was like fucked up.
That's just after you probably just after you fell off the stage.
Yeah, I think so. Something happened to his ankle and it's fucked up.
Yeah, back when he's only worth probably like 2 or 3 mil.
Yeah, before days. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the show. Thanks for listening.
Well, I know.
Podcast episode 1.
Yeah,
and
do it again, man.
It's good to know that we have this Zoom to record.
Good for what it's worth. Yeah, we just tested out some new equipment all the same. So
could get a room full of people in here and hook it up and get a.
This is good. We'll do it again. Good shit.
All right.
Yeah, bless up.
And thanks for watching. The spark is just the joint has just been lit.
Oh yeah, giddy up. So you recorded that.
I did record that.
Onto what?
It's still recording now.
You recorded on what though?
Onto a SD card.
Onto this?
Yeah, you want the file?
No, but you can do what you do with it.
You can put it on your computer, on your PS5. Put it on here. We're gonna chop this up and just upload it. Maybe just upload it raw. Okay, bye.